So I will call the meeting to order for the April meeting of the Urban Forestry Committee, and we'll start by taking a roll call.
Jeff Scott,
Carol Hannah, Carrie Dodd. Okay, we have a quorum here tonight, so we'll go ahead and go forward with the meeting and start by hopefully approving the minutes from the March meeting. And I think everybody's looked through those. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion. A second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, so we've got that taken care of. So looks like we've got some old business to review, and I'll let Denise take it from there.
Okay. Looks like a lot of items on their list, but they're just most of them are pretty quick recaps, reminders, and so forth. A few new details to add in. The first of old business is the Indiana DNR Arbor Day poster contest. On the 10th, we were able to meet with the students and the teachers and host the Arbor Day Awards presentation. It was a lot of fun. I think kids really seemed to enjoy it. It was great to see their enthusiasm about trees and just even supporting their students that were those top 12 winners. So that morning we acknowledged the 8 honorable mention awards, and then we also had the top 4 classroom winners, and then our overall winner, Nora Bishop. And it was great also to receive and want to again thank the teachers, and then also Hagerman, the principal of the school, for inviting us and allowing us to do this project with them this year. And then also the local businesses that contributed towards the prizes, which those prizes I thought turned out great. So kudos to everyone. And also big congratulations to Nora Bishop in receiving second place in the statewide contest.
That's amazing.
So if you have not seen, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just think that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
DNR released the second and third place winners today on Facebook.
Yeah.
So they did give me permission to go ahead and issue any announcements on our end, but I let them know that we'll wait to do our Facebook post until after they announce that. But we did go ahead and have Scott Slade put that in the Times Post today. There's articles there that covered the project. So he went ahead and put that in there just so that way it was close to Arbor Day and with the release of the state. So very excited about that. And a couple of follow-up recognitions that we're going to be doing on the May's Town Council meeting on May the 9th at 6 o'clock here. We're going to honor those 12 winners as well by the Town Council. And at that time, we're going to present the award that was given by the state. So I'm going to be meeting up with Rachel from Indiana DNR on the 2nd to pick up that packet, which will be a book for Nora, and then also an education kit packet for the schools to be able to use to educate on trees. So we're going to present Kim Collier. She was the teacher that was the kind of the lead on that. She's going to be here that evening to receive that packet on behalf of the 5th grade class. And then Nora, I know for sure is going to be there, but they're going to extend that invitation to all the winners. We'll do the same thing like we did that logo project. We're going to set chairs out here in the foyer. We're going to do it right at the very beginning of town council meeting. So anyone who wants to come, listen, partake, they can just step out the side door.
What was that date again? I'm sorry.
That's Thursday, May the 9th.
May the 9th.
I think that's the second Thursday in May.
And what time does that start?
At 6 o'clock.
2 weeks from today, right?
Yeah, that's right.
2 weeks from today.
I know. Crazy. So yes, if you can come, that would be wonderful. And also, because of the fact that Dr. Lau is a member of the Pendleton Art Society, he had shared with that group about the poster contest and about her getting second place. So the members of that art group had expressed interest in having her entry as one of the considerations for a collage mural that they're going to be putting on the side of the building.
Wow.
So,
That's so exciting.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
wow.
So I met
Wow.
with Karen Zane. She came in and I gave her an 8x10 of that picture, that poster. They said they didn't need the original print,
Mhm.
but they're going to vote as a group which pictures will be a part of that mural. That
Oh.
collage. So they were very excited.
And are they gonna put it on the side of the building there
Yes.
between Martin and Sherritt's?
Yep,
Oh, I
exactly.
think that is,
Mhm.
that little walkway there needs to be used more.
Yeah, it's just kind of ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of potential on that.
Yes, yeah, so they, especially the fact that she was a fifth grade artist, they felt that that was very important to at least include her in that consideration.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
her mother gave permission for that to be entered in. I don't know when they'll make the decision. I think the deadline for that, those submissions are somewhere early to mid-May, is what I heard. So yeah, so it seems like it's been a fun project that just kind of continues to keep on going. So, yeah. That's all I had. Did anyone have anything else to add on that? I did put it on our urban forestry Facebook page as far as Nora Bishop being the winner, for the second place for the state contest. And then I sent out an email to Dennis Good. He's with the Solution for eBiz that does the town page. So that'll be coming as well. I asked if he could do it tomorrow. Went ahead and created a message, to make that a little bit quick and easy for him. So if we can get that out there on Arbor Day, that's wonderful. But I expressed that if we can, we totally understand. The next page there in the presentation is a picture of Nora there in the center. And then those are the pictures of the students. And then we also had Kim Collier there and Melissa Hagman, the principal, there on the far right. And then the rest of the members. And then we also had Rachel, and I'm going blank on her last name, but she was a representative from Three Rivers Federal Credit Union. And she was there to hand out the gift certificate for Nora being first place school. Okay. The next item we have for old business is our event that we have tomorrow with the Madison County Stormwater Quality Partnership. We will be there about 10:30 setting up at Citizens Plaza in the city of Anderson. It is hosted by the Anderson Parks and Recreation. They used to hold this event in Shadyside, but then moved it there to the plaza, and it's kind of an educational booth fair that they talk about Arbor Day and trees and the benefits that trees provide our environment. So they will be handing out seedlings. We've posted that on our pages as well as the partnerships. They've done that with their community pages. And we're going to be there, set up a table. We'll have the displays for the stormwater. We also have a poster board that I'll be bringing. And we as a table will be passing out the stormwater bags. We also have 2 bags that we're going to be handing out. And then for tree wise, we've got some coloring pages and crowns that we're going to use that we did last year for our events. And then Carol had brought in, and I do believe I forgot to bring it up, grab that before we leave, very cute little booklet about trees. And it's a sticker book, activity book, coloring pages that she found online. And we've got about maybe 100 or 100 of those to pass up tomorrow. So thank you very much. So, and I told her that we'll order more of those and then pass out maybe for like the farmer's market booths that we have this summer. So I think those will work really, really well. So if you want to come in, and doesn't mean you have to stay, but if you want to pop in, come for a little bit, that would be great. And then weather permitting, we'll be there till 2. We'll tear down and do it again next year.
I'm sorry, what time does that start again?
It starts at 11 a.m.
Okay.
11 to 2. So they'll try to get that 3 hours out there. There will be a food truck there as well. I think 1 food truck. They had really good food last year. I mean, it is the same food truck that they had invited last year.
I'll be there at 11. I
Okay.
don't know how long I'll be able to stay. But
Yeah. Okay.
see
Thank you.
others.
Okay. Great. All right, and the next on the list, we have the Hayes Arboretum visit. very, very excited about that. It has been confirmed with Stephen Hayes, the owner. He would like to meet with us and give us a special kind of meet and greet and go over the history of the Arboretum, and then, kind of explain the structure of it and what their services provide. But then also too, he wanted to share with us some of the obstacles that they went through and how they addressed those. So very appreciative of that. I think it'll be great as we do our planning for our mini Arboretum. We're going to do that on Wednesday, June the 19th. We will need to get there probably about at least by 9:45. I know it doesn't take an hour and a half to get to Richmond, but I thought if we can meet up here at the town hall somewhere around 8:30, get into one or two cars, carpool up there. We'll meet with him between 10 and 12. And then he invited us to stay on the grounds there. They have a picnic shelter. They have picnic tables throughout the park. So, or even they said if it's raining, we can meet inside their nature center. And so we can have lunch there. So I figure maybe 12, 12:30, 12:45, we'll sit and have lunch. And then for the next hour or so, then we can take our own walking tour, self-guided, around the park, and then head back maybe around 2:30, and should get here about 3:30. Does that sound?
And we're gonna each take our own lunch, right?
Yes, if that works out okay for everyone, we'll just let everyone bring your own sack lunch or cooler. I will bring some bottled water and just dress comfortably, maybe bring an umbrella depending on the rain or whatnot, but just some comfortable shoes, and then maybe just between now and then think of some questions that you might have for me.
So we'll have 2 hours with them?
Yes, we'll have
Okay.
2 hours with them.
That's great.
Yep, we'll be
Yeah.
meeting with them from 10 to 12.
Yeah, that's great.
He has a program director, but I believe there's going to be another program going on that day. But I think it's an honor for it's a
Yeah.
family arboretum.
Mhm.
So for him, I
Yeah.
think his father maybe had started it and then he took over. So
Good.
I think it's great that he's taken time out of his busy schedule to meet with them.
Okay, I'm sorry. I keep missing all the times that you,
Yeah,
I keep having
They're
people
all
texting and
kind of
calling me. It's
on-
weird. Nobody ever does that. But so what time will we meeting here?
so we'll meet here about 8:30.
8:30. Okay. Yep.
Give us, a good, hour or so to get
Yep,
there.
yep.
We don't have to
Okay.
leave right at 8:30.
Yeah.
We'll just meet here at 8:30 and hit the road, and then we'll get there. Hopefully, we like to get there at least maybe 15 minutes early, 20 minutes to find the nature center and get parked. And
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Good with that.
yeah, and we're going to meet with him at the nature center. That's where we're going
Okay.
to have our session.
All right.
Next on the list, we have the campus forum that the Indiana DNR Division of Forestry is hosting. We opted to go with the first forum, which is scheduled on Tuesday. I believe Tuesday it falls on June the 4th. And that is where they invited all the recipients of the Tree City USA across the state to come to these special sessions. Just to kind of share with each other, network, learn from each other, but then also just kind of honor all the recipients. And then they're also going to have some education. So they're going to have some talks about invasive pests for tree related. And then we're going to have each of the two has a guest speaker that's going to share about tree projects within their community. And for this particular one, it is the city of Noblesville that's going to be sharing about a project that day. And sorry, I'm looking here for my June. I think it's a Tuesday. Yes, so it does fall on a Tuesday, June the 4th. Unfortunately, when I had looked up Martinsville, I just looked up the city of Martinsville, and it came up about maybe an hour and 10-minute drive, I think, hour and 15. It is an hour and a half to the park. So it is on the south side of Martinsville. So if we could, for that day, I know Joe, I've got you registered, I've got Dr. Lau registered, and then I know that Carol, she's already got a commitment that day, but Carrie and Jeanette, if you want to come, let me know. They said just let them know, and we can get you registered. The time that we'll leave is about 10. Give us a meet up here, and that'll give us plenty of time to maybe we could probably even say 10:30, now that I'm looking at it, because that'll give us a couple of hours to get there with the half-hour cushion. And then we'll be there in class from 12:30 to 4, and then we could head back at 4, or Joe, if all of us, if we decide we want to stop for dinner, we can stop for dinner and then come up back.
Okay.
Either way is fine with
I
me.
have a conference, I have to be,
Okay.
I've already registered for that, so I have to do that, but yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise, so.
I think you might have mentioned that the last
Yeah.
time, and I forgot about
It's
that.
okay.
Yes, yeah, okay.
I'm all in favor of stop for dinner, by the way.
You say that again, you're.
I'm all in favor of stopping. for dinner.
Yeah, that'd be great. Then we could do that, and sure we could stop somewhere as we come through Martinsville or whatnot, and yeah, that'd be great. Okay. Well, let's plan on doing that. And here, tree inventory, only thing that we have there is that Tanya will be coming into the month of May. She's kind of wrapping up some things. They took on some new clients and new services this year. So they needed April to kind of get acclimated and get set up on those programs. So she said that she'll get with me in May. I'll print out the map for the corridor that she's going to be working on this year, which is south of Pendleton Avenue, west of State Road 67, but east of Pendleton Avenue. Is that right? So south of State Road, west of State Road 67, and east of Pendleton Avenue. So kind of right where, and then we're also going to include Fall Creek Golf Course in that. In that, if there are any memorial trees within the golf course, she's going to add those to the database. So when she did the ones in the park, some of them were added, some of them she did, some of them she didn't get added. So the park, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit, they're going to get those caught up to date. But any that she can catch from the golf course, she's going to add in that program. At least the basic information as far as the name for the in memory of individual, and maybe even capture a picture for us. And then that will go from May this year until October, and then we'll have her findings, everything finished up before our November report to CAP Council. Then the next item is our Tree Campus K through 12 program. On this one, we have coming up a week from tomorrow, so not tomorrow, but next Friday, we at 1:30 to 2:30, we're going to have a virtual meeting with Bryce Pack, and he's the former city forester for West Lafayette. He happened to be the one who got the Tree Campus K through 12 program started for his area. And what schools they worked with in that area was the middle school and high school program. So he has now moved on to the city of Indianapolis. He works for their park program through AmeriCorps. He is the director of the parks improvement and also beautification projects there. So we had originally had a meeting, I think it might have been today, was originally what it was scheduled. They were going to go on the 18th, but then we got it scheduled for today. And then I'm sorry, that would have been last Thursday, my apology, on the 18th, but we had to reschedule that. He had something come up with AmeriCorps and their legal counsel that they needed to meet with during the time. So he's very excited about meeting us all and sharing about how he got it started and what all was involved with his process and his program that he ran there. I understand that program still is an active program within the state, but I think it's been a couple of years since he left there. So I think
I almost wish we could have a representative from the school corporation just for information. To be in on it. Of course, we have a good.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we just need to
Get
is it too soon
I
to
don't
do
know.
that? I don't
Maybe
know.
it is, but
I'd rather maybe
you
us
can
hear it. Well,
Mike up to date.
yeah, but maybe after we have a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully he would be available for another,
Follow-up
another
meeting.
follow-up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because right now, I don't even know what we.
I don't know anything about, I mean, I don't
I don't know enough to
Mhm.
even.
yeah, know what to expect.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just
or to see
thinking when
and see
he's
if he's a
available,
good
but if
enough-
we can get him
Right, if he's a
another
good
time,
enough
he would
resource.
be
Right,
good when he
right.
presented.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's,
that's good.
Yeah.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah, maybe after, we do have that first meeting and learn a lot of the basics of the program and get an understanding for ourselves, then we could do a follow-up meeting and see if he would be willing to sit in on that, answer questions that we wouldn't be able to answer. So yeah, I think that's a wonderful
Or
idea.
maybe we'll find what maybe some of these other schools would be a better resource too, since they're actually doing it. I don't, did he work for the school?
He works for the city
For the
of
city.
West Lafayette. He was the city forester.
Yeah. Well,
Well, and we may find there may be videos available
there's
to
something.
use
Yeah,
for
yeah,
presentation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I have started going through this with this finder's course, started going through Arbor Day Foundation website, and they have built their program more than they did when I was looking through their last fall. Just providing more resources, kind of breaking it down into steps in the process. It's kind of unclear as far as what their expectation is, how in depth this needs to be. They did provide 5 or 6 different examples on the website of kind of what the plan is, what the goals, the activities that they did, who's involved with the programs. So it gives a little bit of insight as far as kind of what to expect, but I think they kind of leave it up to each individual community in how, how they want to tailor it to, their community or their program or their school system. It seems like some of them are a school program, but then some of them seem to be a community club that they're drawing from students from the school. So I don't know all the details yet, but I did find out the schools for the state of Indiana. So there are 5 schools that have programs in the state, but 3 of them are the 3 elementaries within Lafayette school system.
Okay.
And so that is the same school system that's Edge Leah, James Cole, and Vinton Elementary School. So they're all within the same school corporation. Then they have another elementary, it's Unionville. That's kind of, I looked there, I wasn't for sure where that was located, but it's kind of in between Martinsville and Bloomington.
Oh, it is?
Right in the area,
Oh,
small
okay.
little town. So one of their elementaries have a program.
Oh,
And then West Lafayette has the middle school and high school program.
okay.
So that is the extent of what is active in the state.
Oh,
And I know Jacob Rose, he said that they just had not had time to reach out. They just received information from Arbor Day Foundation at the very end of 2023, and they intend to reach out and build those relationships to see, how they can be a part or help, or maybe help educate other communities in getting this going as well. But for right now, they hadn't made that contact, so and he didn't feel comfortable, giving me contact information except for the fact that they've already had some interactions with Rice Paths, and I feel like he'd be a great resource to get us going.
yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing that back.
But-
Yeah.
What it's all about.
Sort it out.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's, and one thing too, and this is just an assumption on my part, that was not accurate. I just assume that you establish this curriculum and it's a part of your program, and then you are recognized of that as long as you're active. But this is kind of a revolving annual cycle application, like our Tree City USA. So how you do it is that you go through the school year and you have your program, and then at the end of the school year, you submit your report showing all of your plan, the committee that has come together each year to develop the plan, what activities, what workshops or hands-on experiences that you've done, and then you submit it, and then you wait to hear if you are recognized as a Tree Campus 12 program. And you get that sometime, I'm assuming, over the summertime, and then you announce. So I'll show you this kind of here on the steps that they had on their page. Well, first of all, May 3rd, 1:30 to 2:30, before I forget, we will do a virtual. So if you'd like to participate virtually, I can send out that virtual link to that Zoom meeting. But then we'll also meet here at the town hall. We'll be in the conference room and I'll have my laptop. So if you want to come in person and sit with me, you can do that as well. We
Yeah,
bring-
send me, I'll just do a link, I'll just do it from home.
Yeah,
Me
so-
too, but can you
Yeah.
send it to me as in Messenger or as a message rather than email?
In
Is that possible?
Messenger, on Facebook? Is that
No,
what
don't
you're
do it that way.
saying?
The thing is, I don't
get.
get
Just like her
my,
message, just like a text
Oh, a
message.
text.
Yeah.
yeah, text message. Can you send
Okay.
it to me in a text message? Because I won't be at my computer at my house,
Okay.
so I don't get my emails on this.
Be able to.
Well, I'll probably, yeah, let me look at that. I've
Okay.
never done that before, but I will.
Okay.
Okay, good text.
You know, that's too bad that. I mean, I know with the Tree City USA, it's no big deal if we don't hear about it till the next year, but.
For
These
this
kids,
program,
yeah, for
yeah.
the program, when it's kids, it's like they moved on to the next year and may not, well, I mean,
Yes.
I guess we can't
Or
change that.
especially like if it is, we're doing something with the sixth grade and then.
Yeah, and
But
then they
is
move to
this-
the next,
We don't have
to the
Is
next.
this program the one through DNR?
It's through Arbor Day Foundation, and that's
Okay.
the same program that Tree
DNR
City
uses.
USA, that Tree City USA. So
Okay.
Tree City USA and Tree Campus K through 12 is all under Arbor Day Foundation.
You know,
I'll just be interested to hear how they say that it should be promoted to the school. Because
Yeah.
if it is like a retro
Mhm.
award, then it is harder. I
Hard
would think it'd
sale.
be harder to promote it to
Yeah.
the school to say, why would you want to do this?
Go through it all in here.
And then not even know if you're gonna be recognized, yeah.
Yeah. the kids-
Yeah, I'd just be
kids might
interested to
move
see what
a
they
different
say.
School before they.
Well, or even just
Yeah.
the schools might want more of an upfront award. I don't know, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
an upfront,
Yeah.
whatever, and we'll just see what he says. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they could have
And
very
see,
good
and
reason
if,
for
if
that.
it's working for them, then
Right,
maybe that's.
we'll see what they,
Yeah.
yeah, there might be an explanation that makes sense.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
that regard, but I do see what you're saying. It sounds a little disappointing.
Yeah.
It could be disappointing, but
Sure.
we'll just see it.
Yeah, and that's where, yeah, like how involved does it need to be? How
Mhm. Yeah.
often does, you know, the education need to take place on a monthly and weekly? Yeah, so there's a lot of questions.
Mhm.
This here is the steps that is on Arbor Day Foundation's page. So they say you start out this summer, early fall, even the spring, you let them know that you are wanting to pursue this. So you're kind of committing and you're pledging to Arbor Day that you're going to develop this K through 12 program this next year. Then you assemble your team in the fall. Assume that we would probably work with the school system, obviously the part, would love to have a participant on that. And then our committee and town staff. And then we would put that together in the fall, then to create our plan for the year, which would include education, any activities, and our goals for that year. Then in the fall or the spring and spring, I mean, we could do it as often as we want, but we need to at least have one hands-on experience. So one of those experiences was an arborist coming through and kind of showing how, you know, to take care of trees. Pruning exercises. Someone can show how to properly plant a tree, how to look to see if it's deficient of water or nutrients and so forth. So there's different little hands-on experience. There was one of the schools that they did an inventory of their campus trees. It was 77 trees. So I thought, oh, that was
Mhm.
pretty
That's
cool.
cool. Yeah.
So I thought that would be neat to be able to go in and walk them through identification of trees
Yeah.
and then putting those on our tree keeper. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought that would be something maybe even the high school can do and maybe not the elementary, but yet
Yeah.
create different programs for them.
Probably. if you
And
could-
then, of course, then in spring, I'm sorry. And in spring, we would definitely want to celebrate Arbor Day. It doesn't have that flex time. It doesn't seem to have that flex time like the Tree City USA. You can honor Arbor Day at any point in time, but here they have it designated in spring. Then you apply at the end of the year, giving them a report of all your activities and so forth. And then again, then they announce the following school year is what
Yeah.
they're saying. So yeah, so we'll have to definitely ask that, Carrie, see if
how we
that's
can make that
very
work.
cool.
Yeah.
How that can affect our getting in. And, you know, to you know, how is the school better to receive this as a club, or would they be open to incorporating it somehow in their monthly or weekly educational program in their curriculum? But so yeah, I just wanted to provide you kind of that general layout and time frame, just to kind of think about things this next month and see if any idea, or next week, I mean, see if any ideas of questions and so forth that you want to bring up to your Pat. So, okay, that is all I have for old business. For new business, I only have then the one item for this month, and that is the Memorial Tree Program. So on the Memorial Tree Program, been speaking with Sherry Belt. She's the administrator of the park. I'm not quite for sure if that title is sufficient any longer. She is the administrator of the park, but she is really tapping into a lot of programming pieces and grant administration, and
She's a certified naturalist.
Yes. Yeah, she comes from the
Spring Mill.
Spring
Okay,
Mill
I was gonna say
State Park.
Park
Yeah.
Falls.
So
I like
she
that
is.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe need to
Oh, I know.
say
Yeah.
that we're naturalists. I don't even know what
Check
that means,
out
but-
her Facebook pages. She's going to be hosting weekly, I believe, walks on Thursday
Thursdays at
mornings at
10.
10 in the
Oh.
park and give education about different
She's
topics.
pretty young, isn't she? I
Well,
just
she-
saw a post today.
She's about to be a grandma, or she
She
Oh,
is
no,
a
became a
it's
grandma.
grandma.
Yeah, she
It's
is
somebody
a
else I'm
grandma.
thinking of then. Okay.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's about 12 in the
I was gonna
picture.
say,
Oh, okay, 'cause I
Yeah.
saw a picture, I was like, she looks
Yeah.
like
She
she's.
had a cap and her sunglasses.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so, okay,
Sure.
okay. And I saw that just today.
Very, very cute. She's as sweet as can be, and so yeah, so she's gonna. She already is an asset to the park, but she'll be continued to be more and more asset to the park and what she's bringing. So she met with Coco Bill and Julie Mitchell, the horticulturist there at the park, kind of the grounds. Julie takes care of the trees and the flowers there. And they met earlier, probably mid-April, to discuss the Memorial Tree Program. Unfortunately, most of the records for the Memorial Tree Program are lost. So they have been misplaced, discarded. I don't know what happened. So I know that just personally, when I worked at the park, there were applications, because they had single applications that we had for each family that came in and purchased those trees. We had some that were on the waiting list. We had spreadsheets that we had both in file and on the computer. They changed computers, so I don't know if something happened in transferring those records, but they're trying to piece together as best as they can. So what they decided, kind of going forward, I went through some of my old files that I had at home, just some old sheets. I mean, they were marked up, these spreadsheets. I gave them to her a couple of days ago. I found them over the weekend. Madison moving out worked out perfect. When I was moving, things, into that closet, and so I was able to find some logs and some. Even when we had the tornado, there was tags that had been replaced, and some had been hung. Some of them were going to be hung. We created a list of trees that, in the future when we can, we were going to replace those trees that had been lost. And so anyway, so she took those, and they're going to address those as best as they can, and then just kind of address them as the families approach them and get back in contact. Because there was probably about maybe 15 trees that still needed to have been planted as of 2020. So they're looking into that, but they're building a good record keeping system, moving forward. And so what their plan is that at least 5, but goal is at least 10 trees in the spring, and in the fall they're going to plant as memorial tree programs. She shared that she would like that to continue to grow in number, but starting out, that's where they're going to cap and and let them know that, yes, okay, we've met our max for the season. If you want to wait, that would be wonderful. We'll put you in then for the next. But they are also, I gave her my access to the tree keeper, and we kind of played around with it the other day. She's going to come in sometime in the month of May. Right now, we've been working on special events and some legalities and different issues and documents that we need to get for our special events. We're going to be holding a special event info meeting on Monday. So she's a part of that. So once we get through that, then her and I are going to sit down and go over the tree keeper program. We kind of took a look at it the other day quickly. On the each page for every tree, we can click in as administrators and we can add in where it says memorial tree, we can add in who it's in memory of and who it was donated by, and then we can upload a picture of that tree as well. So, so they're going to start doing that for all their memorial trees. They're going to start with the new memorial tree plantings. And then in time, she said they'll come up with some type of plan. And I said, keep us in mind, because that might be something that we can be a part of. And we can go and take a day and walk around the park. And when we come up on these memorial trees, then go ahead and take a picture and log it in. And I'm not for sure. We've not tried it on site. We can create the tree, the diameter, the species, the location. We can do all that by our phone. That's how Tanya does it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as uploading a picture, we've not tried to do it. But we'll explore that more and more, and hopefully then eventually we'll have all our memorial trees in our tree keeper program. And that will be a great log for them, a digital log that will stay forever. And for those families that can't come and visit and see those trees in person, they can pull that up and see that. And then we'll be able to run reports on that memorial tree. Mm-hmm. So then in time, if we want to say maybe every 5 years, go around and update the pictures of those memorial trees, we can do that as well. So that's kind of where we're at, that kind of want to get a good working program for memorial trees. And then also had some conversation about, I'm going to talk with Scott on this, and maybe then extend, and of course then if we do this, it's not going to be on the park staff, it's going to be on the street staff, so I need to have his approval, but extend the memorial tree program into our cemetery. I think that with our trees, they're getting very large and they're aging out. We're continuing to lose more and more each year, but having a program to be able to replenish those trees, I think would be wonderful. Other than that, I had a few other little quick announcements, but did anyone have any questions, comments, anything on new and old business?
Nope. Sounds good.
I think I already touched as far as the poster contest. Also, Tree City USA, we put those in the Facebook pages, as well as our Tree City USA. We put a news blurb in our town homepage for the town website homepage, as well as the urban page on that. But I just wanted to make sure too, let's see if we can pull this up. I wanted to share, see here. Well, for our newsletter, and I don't think it has been, okay, so it's not been put up, it's not been issued. The April edition is not.
I just got it.
Did you
this
just get it?
afternoon.
Okay,
Yeah,
so maybe it just
email.
isn't on our homepage. Okay, so if you go to this newsletter, sign up here on the top of the homepage of the Town of Pendleton's website, go on there. You can receive the digital electronic newsletter. We've got David Galvin. Thank you for putting this together for us each month. He's doing a wonderful job, and we're kind of building a good communication system between us and him as far as what we can put out there and promote for the town of Pendleton. but a part of that, he did for our newsletter, this month, had the Tree City USA, the Arbor Day poster contest, and his writing is beautiful. Did you read the one on Arbor
I
Day
did,
yet?
yeah,
Okay.
I
And
just
the
saw that
poster
it came in
contest?
and I didn't have
Yeah.
a chance to look at it yet.
Yeah.
I kind of just glanced at it real quick, so I
So
have.
I just provide
Yeah.
him a lot of just facts, kind of bullet
Yeah.
points and so forth, just
It has a lot
information.
of good information
Yeah.
and ways to contact
Mhm.
different, I mean, just,
Yeah, and he puts
Yeah.
it in a great story. You know, he's
Yeah.
a good story writer.
yeah.
So it's, I think he's doing a wonderful job. So yes, if you don't get that, look on there. And then there might be, I wanted to think here. Okay, so what we'll need to do, I will follow up with staff here, because we had the February newsletter, but we probably need to make sure that we get somewhere where each of those newsletters are available for individuals to go back
to.
So I'll check with Stephanie to see if we can put those on there. And they maybe have had the discussion that we don't want to do that because we want to encourage everyone to go to the newsletter, sign up and utilize it through that format. I don't know, but it would be nice to be able to have some place where those are archived, where individuals can go back and catch up. But yes, so get on there, and he does a great job. The only other thing that I have, our urban forestry page, I've just been covering a lot with just our announcements that we've had lately. And then here for the next month, we'll be focusing on trees and stormwater. So we've got some material that I'm going to be kicking out on that. I did one post earlier in the week, but I'll continue to add more in the next month. And then for the month of June, since we're going to be doing the Hayes Arboretum visit, we got June 4th. Carol and I talked, and unless you want to get together on the 20th of June, I thought that I could just give you any type of updates when we are together on the 19th and cancel the June meeting.
Cancel the meeting.
Yeah, sounds good.
That sound good? Okay.
Good meet.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have.
That sounds good.
Anything else? No. Don't see anyone online. No questions are coming.
No one on, imagine that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good job,
Yeah.
Denise, and
As
glad we
always.
can always, have a lot of things still going on, so I will adjourn the meeting.
Okay. All right. Very
Thanks,
good. Well, thank you
ladies.
very much.